Today is Monday, so you know what that means. Hot Take Mondays from Ballin' Out. Sean, Grant, and Nate. It's the second week that we're doing Hot Take Mondays. Last week we came with some fire, I must say. This week, excited to see what the fellas are going to come up with. So yeah, no more introduction needed. Let's get straight to it, straight to business. Who wants to start off with today's? I'm gonna save mine for either last or second because
Oh, okay.
and I alluded to it in the podcast, the last episode on Thursday when we did it. So I got a little bit of spicy, I should say. So
Okay.
What you want?
Right.
You want me to go or you want to go?
Sure. You go first. You go
All right,
first.
about that. All right, my hot take, it is pretty spicy, I will say. I think Nate already knows. I think I told him one time. Sean, you know who the player is, Anthony Edwards. My hot take with him is I think he's going to be a generational player, kind of like Allen Iverson in a lot of ways, in the sense that I think he will go down as one of the greats who just will never, ever actually win a championship. I think at the end of the day, with Minnesota, who he's got, right now, obviously, they're not going to win a championship. When you have Rudy Gobert on your roster, I'm sorry. That's just not happening. That's just number one. That's just right now. That's present day.
love the Rudy Gobert stray.
Now, honestly, always. Anyway, at the end of the day, I don't think he gets it done in Minnesota unless they make some serious push for like another superstar number two by him, which I don't know necessarily if they're going to be able to do that, especially with the rest of the league already getting much better. I already see maybe some other things, maybe a hot take, but I do see the Thunder kind of starting this dynasty here a little bit. I think they're going to be cooking for the foreseeable future. And they're just young too. And I think it's just going to be kind of one of those things. Like, there's just a lot of other better teams around there, and until he gets something like that, for right now, I'm going to say in his future, he goes down like AI in the sense that you don't.
I think hot take.
That's
Yeah,
I don't know if
hot
that's
take.
a hot take. That's a bold take because he's still
I'll
young,
take
bro.
both.
Like
I know.
he's.
I know.
So do you think that based on that, you think that like he's gonna obviously finish his career in Minnesota? Like he's gonna stay like in Minnesota
I think he's a very
Yeah.
loyal guy. I think he will stay there for a while. Just at the end of the day, like I think if he wants to really win something and Minnesota's not providing that, it'd be like LeBron James when he's like, you know what, listen, like I'm one of the better guys in the league right now. I gotta get mine. And we saw what he did, obviously, making that roster change and made a couple more since then. But I mean, who knows? It could be something like that. But like, yeah, I think if he stays on Minnesota, I just don't see it happening. I just don't see a way that with all the other teams that are building around, especially in the West, but like even in the East, there's going to be some rising teams out there as well. So it's like I don't see any path for them right now specifically, or in the foreseeable future that gets them to a championship, let alone like wins one.
Could be the next KG, where he's got to leave to win a ring.
I mean, it could be something like that too. I mean, exactly that. Just there, we've seen it done with other superstars like that, but if he
Oh,
does kind
that's
of stay, I mean, I not the AI stay his whole entire career there, but like the majority of his career, I'd say, I don't see it happening.
Mm.
Prime years, so I don't know. Call it bold take, cold take, spicy take, whatever. But I just
well,
don't.
yeah. I guess it'll take a couple years, I guess, in his whole career to actually
I mean,
see
yeah.
what
I
happens
mean,
with
if he
that one.
wins one like next year, I'm getting cooked. Like, or this, like if they win this year, I'm getting fried in the comment section. But that is what it is for me.
Okay. Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
not bad. I think Ant's one of those guys, especially he definitely has that AI factor where he's wherever he goes, he's gonna be the number one guy.
Oh yeah,
Minnesota is obviously marketing him as he's been their face of the franchise, but with them trading Cat a couple years ago, paying Rudy all this money, it will be hard to try to get a roster around him that's championship like. So it'll be interesting the rest of this year to see if because I know they both had a decent game just the other night ago, so it'll really depend on if they can actually keep some of the pieces around him together throughout his career. But yeah, I think he definitely is on that trajectory as of right now.
yeah. I mean, it's interesting. So I don't know.
Right.
That's kind of where I was going with
Okay.
it.
Well, mine, I mean, last week it's already not looking good. I said Houston might not make the playoffs, and they went on
Oh,
like a 5-game winning streak ever since I said that. I don't even know if this next take will be. It'll probably not even come true come next week. But I think the Oklahoma City Thunder have the potential to beat the 73-9 wins record this season. They're 10-1 right now. They're first team in the league to reach 10 wins. I know it's early, but Shea is looking like an MVP again, averaging about 30. They got Chet, who's been playing good, healthy. You got kind of not necessarily unknown, but guys like AJ Mitchell kind of coming out of nowhere, dropping 20 pieces for him. Hartenstein's dropping 30 pieces, double doubles every night. They have the potential and the chemistry, and J-Dub's not even back yet. So when he comes back, they might go even crazier. But I think if they don't beat that record, they still at least have a chance to get like 70 wins in the season. Even if they have about 12 to, like, I don't see them getting more than, 15 to 20 losses this season. So my hot take will be that they beat the 73-9 record, but it will be a very tough hill to climb.
It will, because here's the thing. Last week, it's funny that you mentioned that, because last week, when I was, watching them and stuff like that, before they lost to the Trailblazers, I was like, they could possibly like flirt with it. They could possibly, break the record. Then after they lost to the Trailblazers, I was like, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do it anymore. And I kind of I'm not mad at the take, because I like it, but it's just like a loss like that to a team, and mind you, like you said, they don't have J-Dub. They're having, these other guys, kind of filling the gaps and things like that while he's out. I mean, I don't know.
I remember when the Warriors had that record back in 2016. There was a game that season that they had lost to the Pistons, and that Pistons team wasn't, I mean, they made the playoffs that year, but it's not like they were a top team in the league.
Yeah, something probably.
Yeah, smacked by Milwaukee.
The Thunder, they're going to obviously, there might be some games this season where they lose to teams that aren't necessarily in that top discussion, but for the way they're looking right now, I mean, yes, I think it is a little concerning at the start of the year. They've had some games that went to double OT. They're real close. They're not really blowing everyone out, but if they can stack these wins like they have been, I mean, it's looking scary. They got to play Golden State tomorrow. That'll be a fun game to watch. I think Steph's going to be back, and I think that's always a good matchup, OKC, Golden State. So they'll probably lose tomorrow now that I said that. So we'll see.
Cooked. Yeah, they're
see.
cooked.
Yeah.
See, I could help you out here. I could bet against whoever OKC is playing every single day, and it'd be a guaranteed Thunder win, because I can't hit a bet to save my life. Or I could ruin it just by betting the house on OKC every single game.
Right. I mean, they're most likely going to be favored in a lot of their games already, but now that I said this, it probably won't even come close. So
I just looked it up. Their first loss that year, the Warriors, came on December 12th, 2015, against the Milwaukee Bucks.
They won like 20-something straight games or something.
That's what I'm saying. So you really think OKC is only 10-1? So you really think that they're going to rack off another? They have to win at least their next 15 straight in order to possibly flirt with it.
Yeah,
so that's the thing.
They can only lose 7 more games. 7 more games this year if they want to break it.
Throughout, we're only 11 games in. They got about 75 some games left.
I'm just saying, with the way that Shea is playing and the way that the rest of the team is playing, anything is possible.
Hey, I understand.
Anything is possible. But
that's true. I don't hate it. Like I said, I don't hate it at all because I was thinking about it myself. But then after that game, I was like, I don't think it's really possible because, yes, they have to win they have to win from now until essentially Christmas.
Yeah.
No, essentially until the new year to possibly flirt with it. So, they have to go on a 20-game winning streak, which, like you said, is possible. J-Dub comes back. I don't know, what his timetable is looking like. Shea's hooping. As long as they don't have any other major injuries, I think, it's possible. But I think it's just that's tough, bro.
Their schedule, I mean, it's been a little bit not too competitive to start the year, but still, I feel like with how well Shea is playing, he might have that Curry-like effect, back-to-back MVPs, whatever. So we'll see.
I really don't. I don't hate it at all. It's just I see him more flirting around the 12-loss range. I think they're going to be really, really, really good. Mm-hmm. They obviously have the potential to do it. It's just like you said. It's if you like
Oh,
start breaking
it's
down the numbers, like you have
yeah,
to
it's
win.
they will definitely
Like
have to go on
you're
a big
like
win streak.
what's your record got to be at All-Star break
I mean, they
for
can't
something
have
like that? You can't
they
more
got to have
than
like 5 losses or like
yeah. I
three
was just saying you
losses.
can't. It's
That
4 or 5
All-Star
for
break,
me.
yeah, you have to. The Warriors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They had 5. Might have been
Yeah,
4,
so
depending
Yeah,
on
so
when the
it's like
All-Star break
four or five
was.
probably. Like if you have something around there,
Yeah.
then yeah, you're pacing. But that's just so tough. I
I mean,
mean,
I'm
I
looking at the
mean,
that's
schedule. It's possible. You finish out November. The only notable teams you play: the Warriors, the Lakers. Okay, and
oh,
then you go out.
Lakers whooping them.
You play the Timberwolves. How you want to feel about that? Then you go to
mhm.
December. They start off with the Warriors, and then I mean, you play the Spurs in the middle of the month. You play the Spurs on Christmas. So I
Mhm.
mean, and then after that, it's kind of like teams that's floating around 500 and things. And then you got 15 more games in January. Play the Warriors again, the Spurs again, the Rockets, the Cavs, the Bucks. So I mean, it's
It's not
possible.
gonna be easy.
It's not
I
gonna be
never said it
easy.
was gonna be easy.
Never.
It's possible. No, I like it though. I like it. We definitely gonna have to keep tabs on that too. Hopefully, if they lose tomorrow though, it's pretty much over.
I mean, I had another take. My other take was gonna be that I think Kawhi Leonard gets traded out of LA because Grant said it last
They should
time.
just cut him. They should just cut him.
Wow,
I mean, his career has just gone down,
wow.
down ever since
Well,
he made that move. But
If you're like Pablo Torre, he probably wants to get him indicted and thrown in jail. So
I
that's
think
the
he
other
should
thing.
get thrown in
He at
jail.
the end of the season, who knows what's gonna happen to that investigation?
that's true. That is true. They're supposed to apparently have something around All Star break. So we'll see. It could come All Star break and just boom, they throw the hammer and yeah, everything's washed after that. It's fine though. 2027, Giannis
Yeah, I mean,
Antetokounmpo, Los Angeles Clipper. You heard it here first.
yeah, okay.
Are you serious? Is that your hot take? Like, are we doing
No,
this?
that's not my hot take. That's
Oh,
not
I
my
was
hot
like,
take.
yo,
No.
it's like Sean, don't do this to me right now.
Nah,
No,
my
I'm just
hot
kidding.
take for today. I talked about Ja Morant and the Grizzlies, and just them going downhill and spiraling. I saw another interview today about Ja Morant. So some reporter was like, "How do you adjust with this new team? Like, is it a new team thing?" And then he goes around the locker room and goes 1, 2, 3, counts how many returning players there are, 11. But he's done. He's gone out of Memphis. Whether it's my hot take, it's going to be before Christmas. I don't know if it's going to be that soon, if it'll be more at the trade deadline, but his time in Memphis is over. Where he goes, I don't know. Minnesota could possibly be somewhere if they decide to part with Rudy Gobert because Minnesota does need a point guard. And if they want to keep Ant Health happy, then that's something right there. But they also could go, Milwaukee or something like that. We'll see. I don't know. But all I know is Ja Morant is out of Memphis. His time is done.
Yeah, I agree with you in the sense that Memphis is cooked. I mean, they haven't done anything really since what? They were a 1 seed back in the day, or was it 2 seed?
2 seed. Yeah, so
Yeah, they
since
were
that
up there.
year when they had that
Two
that
seed.
amazing playoff series against Golden State, yeah,
That was yeah, just miraculous. But then ever since then, really, it's just like
downhill.
yeah, nothing. I mean, you got the guys, you got some guys. I know Joe was out for a while with certain things, so like obviously I get it, but but yeah, I kind of agree with you there. I actually really like that take, and there's going to be some people in the market there that are going to want him. I think, which is going to make a huge difference for maybe some teams out in the East, because I think he actually gets traded out in the East if anything. Um, but yeah, that'll be interesting. I agree with you though. I will say, yeah, I think it's a good take.
Can I
Yeah,
share my other one before? Or Nate, go ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say that's another one that I kind of swung and missed. I thought Memphis was gonna be better this year.
I do remember you say that.
Yeah, they not good, not a good
I
look.
just I didn't know that Ja had lost his joy. Apparently, that's just he's not. I mean, what I said earlier, he can't get suspended. He already got suspended.
My other hot take. This has to do with the episode that we did the other day, but the Orlando Magic. I kind of said that it's kind of time to start the alarms. Paulo Banchero. I know he's like the do-it-all guy right now, but Paulo Banchero is not a top 15, 20 player in the league. I think he is like a glorified Josh Smith. That's my take.
Wow.
Whoa,
That's my
whoa, whoa.
that's my other
Those are
hot take.
fighting
Wow.
words. I said the Magic were going to be good this year based on him.
I thought they were too. I thought they were going to be decent. I thought they were going to be good. But I mean, from what I've seen though, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed.
I think it's just too early to tell, to be honest. I think you got to give him a little more time, let him cook some more. I mean,
Fair.
the man is still.
Glorified Josh Smith is.
That's a crazy dig,
you don't really have the same archetype though. Like, I mean, yeah, he's the same size, but like he's been averaging at least a double.
So is Josh Smith. Prime Josh Smith was
points,
too.
rebounds, like blocks. The dude's he's putting it out. He might be leading it in assists too.
You go look at Josh Smith's numbers, bro. When the Hawks were like elite good, when that team with Jeff Teague, Paul Millsap.
I think they just got to figure
before that,
out. They just got to figure out more between him and Franz, because it's kind of like, obviously Paolo's the number one guy, but when you got a guy like Franz too, who could also be your number one option. I mean, Desmond Bane hasn't been as expected as what they wanted to start the year. I just think they got some holes still that they got to fill, but I mean, I feel like Paolo was probably already in like that top 15, top 20 range anyway. So,
I have to make the list. I have to make my list.
Yeah, we'd have to go through that.
I think so. I think that needs to be an episode itself. Top 15, 20 players in the league. All I'm saying is my Cade in top 6 right now is looking phenomenal. That's all I gotta say. That pick is looking great. Y'all you was hating on me for having him over Bronson. That's looking hot right now. I'm just saying.
I mean,
yeah,
that's fair.
I'm also your Wemby take though is not aging.
The Wemby take, yeah, that was a miss.
You guys already went over that, so
that was a miss. Yeah,
but no, I'll have to do that. That'll be a good episode.
I think so too.
I'll debate the living daylights with you.
Oh, I kind of have a whole episode about talking about the Magic though, because they were supposed to be one of those teams that were supposed to be in the top 3, and just to see the start of their season, it's not.
Yeah.
It's
been rough.
It's bad.
You're right. Yeah,
it's
been rough. You definitely got to put some of the blame on Paolo, but I think too there's just some coaching things that they got to figure out with how they're kind of running their offense too. But it's a long season. They played some not great talent, but like teams like the Bulls, who have been kind of on a heater. They're losing to the Sixers, the Pistons, teams that you thought they were going to be necessarily better than.
Yep.
Even the Hawks, but like I think Jalen Suggs.
Trae Youngless Hawks too at that.
Yeah, Trae Youngless Hawks.
Wild.
I mean,
wild.
They just got some guys that I think are kind of underperforming for what they wanted.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
Hey, but like you guys said, we still early in the season. Anything's possible. Anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it though. I like the takes that were given today. That was some heat. We came with some heat. Obviously, I got like a couple more. I know y'all said something about why. I got plenty of takes for that. Okay, that's gonna be. Stay tuned. That's next episode. My Clippers rant. I told y'all it was coming. It's coming really early this year. All right, I'm not waiting until 2025 games. No, I'm firing now. So
Bradley Beal rant.
Yeah, Bradley Beal, Tyronn Lue, Brook Lopez, Chris Paul, Bogdan Bogdanovic. I can name the full roster, bro.
Cook them all.
Yeah. The only person I can't cook is James Harden. James Harden's the only person that's safe because he's the only person that's going out there and playing. I don't care if man is dropping 20 points in the first half and 0 in the second half. That man played his ass off when he was sick, but the rest of the team just failed to show up. After that, I have no bad takes on James Harden. Everybody else, yeah, we're on the hot seat for sure.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. I'll probably cook them with you actually.
Come on. I'm for it.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Just come to the lake show, Sean. We know how room, bro.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Ron's about to come back. It's all right. Now's the time.
I can't do it.
Well, he's on your fantasy team. You might as well root for him.
Yeah.
I got Austin Reeves on a fantasy team too. What's that supposed to be?
There you go. So you already rooting for him secretly.
Yeah, I see. Okay, we're
to come to Detroit. Yeah, I am. I am. Yeah, or the Clippers in free agency. Either one of those, I'm fine with. So
Of course you are.
But yeah, so that's all we got for today. Hot Take Mondays. So we'll be back next Monday. Give you guys more hot takes. And make sure you tune in, subscribe. Our things during the season that we do throughout the week. Our videos drop on Friday, and then on Mondays we have hot takes. But until then, we'll catch you guys next time.